Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Arkansas Weather Blog. We are your ticket to big weather events. Last week, we told you about this unusual period of wet weather that we were in store for, and I think that has panned out for much of us across the state, especially areas just west and north of Little Rock, even here in West Little Rock. I've only got 1/100th of an inch of rain. I'm recording this Wednesday, August the 17th at 4:30. Only 1/100th of an inch of rain today, but I've had measurable rain every day since last Saturday. But the officials are kept at the Little Rock Airport, Adams Field, and I just want to go over some numbers, and I have those posted below this video if you want to see it here on the blog. August rainfall so far were the official rain gauges at the Little Rock Airport, 6.52 inches, which includes the 7/100th of an inch, which fell today, but 6.52. July, we had 7.37 inches of rain. So July was wetter than this month, but you got to look at, we're only 17 days into this month. 1.83 inches is what we had in June. And to go by the numbers, meteorological summer, June, July, August, we've had 15.72 inches of rain. 15.72. Now, the 10th wettest summer in Little Rock weather history, and I'll use the Little Rock as the standard bearer for all the records since it dates back to the 1870s. It's got a very large data set. The 10th wettest is 15.80 inches. 15.80 inches. We're at 15.72. So you can see we're 8/100ths of an inch of rain from breaking into the top 10 wettest summers in Little Rock weather history. As far as the month of August, we're about 26, a little bit more than quarter of an inch away, about a quarter of an inch away from breaking into the top 10 wettest August in Little Rock weather history. All right, so as we thought, the records, we had a daily record rainfall smash. Now I'm going to go over some weather maps here just to give you a reference. This would be considered a typical summertime pattern, and this was the European model. The initialization of the European computer model on August the 4th. Remember when we were hitting the 100 degrees? And you can see here, this is looking at 500 millibars, about 20,000 feet up. And there's a ridge of high pressure and everything. The jet stream is displaced towards the north, very typical for a summertime pattern. That, all the weather systems are up here in Canada. You got disturbances rolling around around the periphery of that high. And we were baking. Now let's fast forward to what we're going to see. By the way, I made that statement, no more 100-degree heat in Little Rock for the rest of the summer. And I think that and I'm going to explain to this, I think that that's going to hold true. Now, this is the European model for Saturday. This is the morning run of the European, but this is valid for Saturday. This is not a typical weather pattern for the summer. Instead of the big ridge, look at that trough. It's going to drive a frontal boundary, pick up all this moisture, and throw it out of here finally. But it's going to drive a front. When you get a trough of low pressure like this, remember, we typically see a ridge in the southern and southeastern United States that brings in the hot and humid air. Now we're getting a big trough. Oh, I got it backwards here. Anyway, so here's at the surface. There's the area of low pressure. This is Saturday at 1 p.m. Here's the area of low pressure over Wisconsin and the trailing cold front right here. So you have showers and thunderstorms, locally heavy rain on Saturday lining up with that front, which comes through. And then we fast forward to Monday morning, and you see at the surface this area enclosed here, this 1020, a 1020 millibar high coming in, and you've got northeasterly winds here at the surface. So what does this do for high temperatures? So the forecast, according to the European, this is the computer model from EuroWX.com, these are the forecast high temperatures from the European on Monday. And I know it might be difficult for you to see, but it's got 70s across the Ozarks into far northeast Arkansas. The 80-degree line cuts through Little Rock. The Ouachitas are in the upper 70s to around 80. It's showing a high temperature of 80 degrees and highs in southern Arkansas in the mid-80s. You're like, well, you know what? We've seen this. It's happening now. But what the big change is, the humidity values. This is the forecast humidity values Tuesday morning. This is what I grabbed. I don't know why I grabbed that. Tuesday morning humidity values, I'm sorry, not humidity, dew point values, where you see this brown right there. That's the moisture suppressed. That's the 70-degree line right there in dew point. So that's the oppressive air has been shunted towards the south. And you're talking about 60-degree dew point values in northern, actually below 60-degree dew point values Tuesday morning across northern Arkansas. So you're looking at lows possibly in the upper 50s to around 60 degrees across northern Arkansas, lows well into the 60s. So the humidity values come down as well. Now, all that moisture is suppressed here towards the south, but it is not far away. And I'm sure at some point it will come roaring back. But wait, there's more. I want to show you the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook. This takes us August 23rd through the 27th. And what this is telling us that the odds tilt in that 6 to 10 day period. The odds tilt heavily towards below average temperatures. Precipitation, it looks like the odds are for above average precipitation, which is why I think this is going to go down in the top 10 wettest summers and top 10 wettest Augusts on record. Then we go to the 8 to 14 day outlook, and this is August 25th through the 31st. So this takes us through the end of August. There you have below average temperatures, the odds tilting towards below average temperatures across much of the central United States, and the odds tilting towards above average precipitation over Arkansas and the central United States. So that takes us through the end of August with this trough of low pressure and no big heat ridge developing. That's one of the reasons why I'm saying there's not going to be any more 100-degree heat. The other factors, we're past the climatological hottest period of the year, and we will be well past it as we begin September. The other factor is that we have so much soil moisture. I mean, we're completely saturated, and you know, if you've been coming here to the Arkansas Weather Blog, the sun's energy goes into the evaporation before it goes into efficiently heating a ground. If you get a dry ground, you can get those temperatures to really pop up. So, and that takes us into September. I'm not saying summer's over, but no more 100-degree heat, and that is something I think we can all agree is a good thing. Thank you so much for coming to the Arkansas Weather Blog. We are your ticket to big weather events.